we are going to be getting out of the slump together. Hi my loves, welcome to my channel. A lot of people around me and myself included are just at the brink of exhaustion. We are so tired and so unmotivated to do anything even though we have so many things to do. We're just at that part of that year where burnout is so real and it's hard. Even when we have days off, we tend to just fill up our time doing things that don't even give us energy because we feel like we don't have the energy to even do those things that will give us energy. And I know for myself, even when I have days off or consecutive nights off, I still don't feel rested. So in this video, we are going to try out some things and actually do the things that help make us feel rested, look after ourselves, and make us feel happy so that we can get out of the slump together.
When we're figuring out what to do to get ourselves out of a slump, we first really need to know why and how we're feeling. Because the way that we rest when we're physically exhausted is going to look different to when we're mentally exhausted. But often it can be a combination of both.
Now I wanted to say that the first thing we need to fix is our mindset, because a lot of times we often think that to get out of the slump we need to start doing as many things as we can to be productive. The thing is, when we are in times of burnout and just feeling like we can't do anything, it's most likely because we do need a break and we need to slow down. I know a lot of times it's not ideal or possible to take days off or a day off even, but we really need to start looking after ourselves and start to be able to say no to things. And also learn how to prioritize things that actually fill up our cup and help us to feel rested and fit that in to our schedule.
So one thing that I've been seeing people do is make a dopamine menu to figure out a list of different things that you can do to give you energy. I think this is such a cute and fun idea that would be really helpful, and I'm going to try that. You're essentially writing down everything you know or think gives you energy and dopamine to make you happy, and then being able to categorize them into big and small tasks and when you can do them so that you're not overwhelmed by an unsorted list of all the things you could be doing. So we're starting off with starters, which for me are quick and simple things that give you a bit of dopamine to get you started for the day. Mains are tasks that might need a little bit more time, but you can designate however long you want during the day, depending on the day as well. Dessert are things that you can do to treat yourself or at the end of a long day, but in moderation. And then sides are little things that you can be doing alongside non-negotiables and other daily tasks like when you're studying or working to just help make them a little bit more enjoyable. I also think making a dopamine menu for specific times is really good. So you could do something like a weekend menu or a day off menu, a night off, morning off, or a full day of study and uni menu, depending on the day and your schedule.
Just made our dopamine menu. The goal is not to do every single thing every day, but it's to have a list of things that you could be doing. Might give you a little bit more energy depending on how you feel that day. And realistically, some of these things you can't be doing on some days, depending on what you have on and what you need to do. Hi, this is editor Cleaner just jumping in really quickly here. I did forget to say that, I forgot who, but I heard someone say this and I thought this was really interesting. But if you're struggling figuring out like what actually helps you rest, you want to include a lot of things in your dopamine menu that are essentially like passions, even if they're things that you don't currently do. So the way you can think about it is like, think about if you were to live a different life, or if you were to think about your ideal lives. Maybe in one idea you would want to be a musician or something. Another one you might be like a corporate boss lady or whatever. Figure out like, okay, what do they do? What would you be doing in those lives? And then they are probably what you're actually passionate about or what you'd actually like to do. So put them into your dopamine menu. Okay, back to the video. I did sleep in today, even though I've really been struggling with getting up, and that's one thing I know I've been trying to work on, but I just know that my body needed rest, so I gave my body rest. And even though I don't feel that productive today, we can still make the most of the rest of the day.
I've been learning about how important it is to pick your battles. You might have days, weeks, or months of not having the energy to do as much as you want, so you need to learn how to wisely choose what to do each day to get you started and to look after yourself. I normally start by looking at my non-negotiables for the week and work around them. Are there things that can be taken off my week or moved to the next, even if they're good things so I don't burn myself out? As a general rule, if possible, you want to have at least 2 to 3 nights off a week or at least 1 day a week. Then you can fill the time you have each day to pick at least one thing off your dopamine menu to do.
I got some new matcha because I ran out and this makes me so happy. I haven't had matcha in like 3 days. That looks so yummy.
I designated an entire day to reset and clean my space to get me out of a rut. So if you haven't already watched my recent video, go check it out and spend the day with me resetting. I am just someone who cannot thrive when everything's a mess, so I 100% recommend doing this, even if it's just setting a timer for 20 minutes and trying to clean as much as you can in that time.
Good morning everyone. I am heading into uni for today. I don't really have time to make a matcha, but I'm gonna get a coffee to make myself a bit happy in between my 2 classes. And then I'm gonna keep reading this book. I'm on the train. Look who we have walking with us to uni. Oh my god, hey.
The one thing that I love about daylight savings is I can literally walk my dog and it's almost 6 p.m. and it's still really bright, like it feels like it's 4.
I just had the loveliest walk with my dog. It was just so calm, and I love this time of day when it's just kind of like soft sunlight just before golden hour. I'm going to just treat myself and have an ice cream and then eat some food before locking in and doing some study for the rest of the night. I do have to start my assignment, which is due on Sunday, so I've got 2 days. I've got 2 days.